Hey everyone, welcome back to channel. If you are preparing for SAP FICO interview, whatever your fresher or experienced consultant are just switching to SAP from another domain, this video just for you. Today I am going to walk through the top FICO interview questions and answers, including real-time scenarios, what are commonly asked like MNCs, Accenture, TCS, Infosys, Capgemini and other even product-based companies. We will cover the questions from both financial and controlling like APP and EBS and Dunning procedures, FIMM integration, FASD integrations and asset accounting. So grab your notebook if you want to take notes or just sit back and listen. If you definitely pick up something valuable, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share if you find this helpful. Also at the end of the video I will share a bonus tip how to handle real-time scenarios, questions and interviews love to ask, so make sure watch till end. Alright, let's go for started with question 1. What is SAP FICO and how does it integrate with other SAP modules? Like SAP FICO stands financial accounting and controlling. It's a core module of SAP ERP that manages financial transactions, internal reporting. FIEs deal with external reporting like balance sheets, profit and loss statements, and tax, etc. For controlling, is focus on internal cost tracking and budgeting and profitability analysis. Its integration in with example like MM and SD and PP. MM for the integration through GRI accounts when goods are received and invoiced. SD for revenue posting when invoices are raised. And PP cost tracking production process, and HCM for payrolls results are posted to FI. So explain the difference between SAP FICO and SAP CO. This is second question like the feature. SAP FI is used for external reporting and CO for internal cost tracking and controlling. Legal key focus for SAP FI like legal compliance, balance sheet and profit and loss making, and SAP CO for profitability, cost center and budgeting. SAP FI the integration with MM, SD, HCM and this CO for FI, PP and SD, and the examples vendor payments for and customer billings from SAP FI. The for example for SAP CO like cost allocation and variance analysis we will use. The third question, what is a chart of accounts in SAP FI? A chart of accounts is a list of general ledger accounts used by someone more company codes. It provides structure, categorized financial transactions. The types of chart of accounts are operating chart of account, user friendly, daily postings it will use, group chart of accounts used for consolidation, and country specific chart of accounts used to meet local legal requirement needs. Let's see an SAP system now. Go to OB13. These are the chart of accounts. Here group chart of accounts we can assign, and country specific chart of accounts we can assign in OB62. You can assign country chart of accounts here, and the list of GL accounts we can give the range in system like OBD4 we give the range here. Okay. And fourth question like what is the difference between company and company code in SAP FI? So a company is highest organization unit for the consolidation. We can see in SAP also. Company in we can see in OX15. We can call it as an internal trading partner also. So it is for group consolidation purpose we will use. The company code we can see in OX02. Here this is the company code. So this is for organization unit purpose. You can check function F1. The company code is an organization unit within financial accounting. Okay, let's go to here. Company code is the smallest unit for which financial statements are created, represent for independent legal accounting and subsidiaries like ABC India Limited, ABC US, and this is holding company. This is a major company. Okay. Next, what is the purpose of fiscal year variant in SAP? A fiscal year variant defines a accounting year, terms of period of their start and ends. Yeah, we can see in SAP this also, like go to OB29. Okay, here we can see the fiscal years. So normally this we will use for K4, normally general week. These are the special periods we can see here. Okay, let's go to calendar year, Jan to December. I show you, it's a K4, and non-calendar year you can start any months, April to March. Can include special period up to 4. You can see here special periods these are. Okay, let's. What are posting keys in SAP FI? The posting keys is a 2-digit numeric code. It determines GLs. Account type, customer, vendor, GL, debit and credit postings, field status. Okay, I'll show in SAP like F-02. If you open, these are the posting keys. You can see here these many posting keys. The debit or credit you can see here, account type you can see here, which account type you are posting. $50, 40 is a debit entry for GL account, 50 is a credit entry, and 101 is customer invoice. They streamline and control the posting for process general entries. What are field status groups and how they are used in SAP FI? S7. Field status groups are control appearance, optional, required, suppressed of fields during GL postings assigned in GL master record. Okay, I will show you in the system. Go to FS00. Like if you click on here, these are field status groups. You can see we will assign here, and you can see in OBC4 also here the company specific field status variants, and under this field status groups, just take this. We will assign these field status groups in the master data, GL master data. In company code selection, for example, cash account, bank details may be required. Already we discussed this. What is the purpose of document types in SAP FI? Document types determine the type of transaction, invoice, payment, etc. The number range is used, account types allowed. You can see document in SA is for general ledger, KR, and vendor invoice, customer invoice. You can see in OBS7. Sorry, slash and OBS7. You can see document type. This asset postings we will use, and this document type you can give the number ranges, and which we can use the account types allowed for assets, customer, vendor, master. You can give here, and the number range we will assign one FBN one. You can, if you click on here, if you give any random company code, like you can see the data here. Okay. Parallel currency. Explain the concept of parallel currencies in SAP FI. Parallel currencies allow a company code to record transactions more than one currency. You can see these currency types: local currency based on the company code currency, global currency, reporting purpose usually USD, EUR, hard currency, index currency to certain countries like inflation accounting. This enables multinational companies to comply with both local and group reporting purpose. We can see this also like in OB22. If you go there, OB22, if you click on here, you can see here the company code currency. This is 10, and this is a group currency. For this company code, this is a hard currency, this is index currency. We can see, we can assign here the additional local currency to company code. Okay. What is the special GL transactions in SAP FI? The special GL transactions are used to posting that standards like down payments, bill of exchange, guarantees. The postings are managed separately from the normal items but are still tied to the customer vendor accounts. They have special GL indicator, separate reconciliation accounts. Example, posting down payments for a vendor before receiving goods or services. We can see this down special GLs in FBKP. You can see here. Yeah, this chart of accounts. I did not mention anything, but if we give like these are the account type, these are special GL indicators. We can configure this. Normally use it for down payments and bill of exchange purpose based upon our requirement, the customer requirement. We can create here. Okay. What is the automatic payment program (APP) in SAP FI? This is 11th question. The automatic payment program is tool in SAP FI used to automate vendor customer invoice payments. It's select open items, invoices, process payments, and generate a payment documents and files for bank transfer to checks. You can see this transaction code F10 as we know, and benefits: save time, minimize the errors, support mass payments, automate the selection, scheduling, and execution of payments. We'll see in F110. Go to F110. Here, if we give the run date, today's date, and we, for example, 04/2025, type ABCI. He'll give the parameters, what company codes and what are the payment methods. We next run date. This is also important. By up to that date, it will pick the document enters up to and what are the customers, and we are giving the free selections, everything here we can see. Okay. And what are the main steps to configure an APP? FBZP, go to FBZP, like all company codes, define a paying company codes. Paying company codes define a payment parameters, payment methods in country, payment methods in company code, bank determination, house bank, and forms. If we go to FBZP here, FBZP, we can see this all this configuration we need to do one by one. The company code details, everything, or sender and paying company code details here, and then after paying company codes, this we can give a minimum incoming, minimum outgoing details. And if we go through payment methods in country, and that country how many payments we can use, check and bill of check bank transfer, we can see here. Payment methods in company code specific payment methods, these are, and bank determination. We'll give ranking order here. Okay. And house banks, what are the main bank, under main bank we can give the sub banks also here. What are prerequisites for running APP in SAP FI? Before running, vendor customer master records should have payment terms, payment method, bank details, reconciliation account, and open item should be there. Be due date per payment and not for blocker for payment. We can see like in payment terms in master data, in if we go to vendor master data or customer master data, there we need to give those details. Okay. Next, what are different types of payment methods in APP? Like I already showed, like check and transfer, bank transfer, direct debits, and bills of exchange, electronic payments like SEPA, ACH. You can define your own country specific needs based upon also. Here you can see payment methods in company codes like this. Based upon these are the SEPA mandates. You can see schedules. Based upon our requirement, we can create our payment methods also. What is difference between payment run and payment proposal in AP? This is simulate the payment without posting, execute the actual payment in payment run. We can edit and delete in the proposal run, but no create for financial postings. And it used to review selected documents, final step for after proposal review in the payment run. Okay, a proposal an option but recommended. How does bank determines work in APP? Bank determines decide which bank account will be used for payment. Configuration, here configuration includes a ranking order, priority of which bank is to be paid, and bank accounts. House bank under we can give the GL accounts, available amount, minimum and charges, a BJP bank determination. I'll show you here. If we go to a BJP bank determination, under this, for example, any company code, here these are the ranking order we given for based on payment method wise. Okay, under this you can see for payment method, these are the banks we have, and valuable date, available amounts, what are the available value dates. You can see everything here. Okay, what are common errors encountered in APP? How does you troubleshoot them? The common errors like missing bank details. When missing bank details, like in maintain bank details, vendor, customer, master data. In customer master data, vendor master data, if you open, I will show you one example like XJ03. I think I have created one vendor or not. I don't think so. I have created or open. If you want, this is taking too much time. Stop transaction. Click on it here. Yeah, I opened another company code. Here you can see. If you click on here and give these check marks and just enter, double click on it. Here you can give the not here, here you can give the bank details should be maintained here, otherwise the payment will not, it goes to error. Okay, and no payment method assigned. Assign a payment method in master data. In master data we should assign the master data. And posting block, remove the payment block and invoice. If the invoice have any blocks are there, that time it will not take. And no open item selected. Ensure due date and selection criteria match. Payment method not defined in configuration. Check the FBZP payment method. If you're given in this house bank not found, check the bank determination and master data. You can check there. What is the significance of house bank in APP? House bank represents your company's bank. SAP stores like bank account number, bank key, GL account linking, and payment medium settings used to select bank during a payment, generate payment documents, interface with external banks. We can see in FBZP like FBZP. If you go here, house bank, under house bank I'm giving example like this. This is the main house bank. If you click here, you can give this all information. Under house bank we have this many bank accounts. Okay, here we can get GL account and this account details, everything. Swift these details we will provide here. Okay, what are different payment mediums supported in APP? Common payment medium: print forms like checking, printing, DME, data medium exchange, generate files, electronic transfer, SEPA IDOC format, payment advice note, PDF format. Customizing done in DME tree like F110 we can see. If you go to the payment medium, we can check here payment method company code. If you click here, normally I'm checking this SAP like payment method and country. Go here, the payment medium. how it is moving to the bank. Like this is like using this is standard program. Okay, how do you configure payment terms in APP? Like if you go to OBB8, you can define there, and I will show you define payment terms. OBB8 define the discounts and assign vendor to customer during invoice posting, and due to due dates discounts calculated automatically from this payment terms only. It influences APC selection. Item become eligible based on the due date. Due date will based on this payment terms only. Okay, if you go to OBB8 slash and OBB8, if you go here, if you click here, you can see it will eligible like customer, vendor, and this is payment method, and based on which date, the baseline date, the posting date is taking. So if you give based on posting date to that date, it will calculate like the percentage, whatever discounts here, number of days here, you can give the details. Okay, what is electronic bank statement? EBS. If you go to EBS, like electronic EBS is automated tool in SAP which allows banks to send daily or periodic statements in electronic format. Like MT940 BA CAMT statements are imported in SAP and send and automatically reconciled with the internal bank ledger entries, minimizing the manual effort. And EBS configuration, we can see here, define house banks. First we will create the house bank, then assign bank statements like which format we want, MT940 BA CAMT, define transaction types. So these assign posting rules, define account symbols, create interpretation. Open. Go to OT83. OT83. There we can see this bank transaction types and this given further selections, and here interpretation algorithms. This based upon this only the node type we will check the details and posting rules, what type of posting rules, here we can check everything. And yeah, always we need to read from last to first. Okay, what are key components in electronic bank statement? Opening balance, line item, transaction amount, date, reference, customer vendor information, closing balance. Each item matched against SAP document using rules and logic. The rules like in OT83 what you are giving, the rules and how to pick them from their logic, it will be picked from there. What is difference between EBS and manual bank statements? Like 24th question, we are in EBS electronic bank statement and MBS means manual bank statement. A file from bank is MT940 MBA2, like it is a manually entered by user, and this is a fully automated. EBS is fully automated, MBS is manual data entry, and EBS is automatic using posting rules, and MBS is manual matching and postings, and high suitable for large volumes for EBS, low time consuming for MBS manual bank statement. Okay, and what is the role interpretation algorithms in EBS? Interpretation algorithm helps SAP interpret which document or account should be posted for each bank statement file. Line 01 posting based document number node to pay, 15 set reference text fields, and 19 for using bank account number in this customer window. I will show you this node to pay where we can see in here. If you go to here, these are the interpretation algorithm. Here node to pay, based on this only it will pick. If you give the reference number in the statement, the reference number should be there, otherwise it won't pick, it will go throw the error. How do you define bank statement posting rules in SAP? Go to 83. Go to define transaction type, withdrawal, deposit, assign posting rules, clearing, open items, map the account symbols, and determine accounts, like interpretation algorithm if need. Each rule detects Each rule dictates how SAP should be interpreted a post bank transactions. Here the posting rules. Here, for example, if you click here, define posting rules. Here you can see the bit debit and credit. A posting area, which posting area, bank or subledgers are like AP, AR, these are the bank account, the bank you need to select based upon that. And these are posting rules, and where should be time, what is the document type and posting type. We can give like posting to GL account, posting subledger, we can give this information here in the posting, different posting rules. Okay. What is the significance of bank reconciliation in SAP FI? Bank reconciliation ensures bank balances in SAP match balance from bank statements. It helps detect discrepancies and fraud, identify unposted transaction, fees, interest, for example, track unclear checks and deposits, maintain audit trail. EBS is enable automatic reconciliation, improving the speed and accuracy. So always companies use only EBS maximum. Some business cases they use MBS. What are common errors encountered in EBS and how do you resolve them? Like errors, incorrect missing GL accounts. Check the account symbol for mapping OT59. Like OT83 also we can see here. Posting rules is not found. Posting rules is not found. Ensure rule is defined OT83. Go to OT83 and check there. Document not clear. Use interpretation algorithm. Interpretation algorithm I showed you for reference. For example, reference. The when notify that is not found, you can check that correctly picked on wrong amounts posted, valid bank configuration file structure. Reconciliation is not working error. The check customer vendor master data text fields. Always valid file and format mapping during import of FF_5. Okay. What are different bank statements formats supplied in SAP? And the SAP supports several fast standard format like MT940, Swift, widely used in Europe. BA2 like these are usually popular in US, and in our India also MT940 mostly used. CAMT04 XML format, modern standard structure, and multi-cache custom format CSV with custom parsing. Mostly most of the countries use MT940. Mostly famous these two, MT940 and BA2. Choose based on bank and country standard. Based on bank or country standards we can use this. How does SAP handle automatic reconciliation of bank statements? SAP uses following mechanism: automatic reconciliation. Upload the bank file via FF_5. Bank lines are read and match using posting rules based on first posting rules, interpretation algorithms, and what you are given the algorithm, and check account symbols. Open items are cleared based on a matching reference given invoice number. Reconcile the transactions are posted clearing accounts. Unmatched items go suspense or GL accounts for manual resolution. Results can be viewed like FEBAN or FEBA. We can show bank statement processing. We can check if errors are there. We can go there and we can check. Remaining questions we will see upcoming video. Okay. Oh, first question. What is the dunning process in SAP FI? The answer is the dunning process is used to remind the customers of overdue payments. Normally, we'll send reminders to the customers. Okay. SAP can send dunning letters automatically at scheduled interval based on customer account status. It includes identify overdue invoice, assigning dunning levels, calculate interest and fees, sending dunning notices. So let's see in F150 T code. Normally we can see the table like dunning, MAHNV, what we have maintained all the information about dunning. So here already 82 entries are there. Let's check. So in this is a new system. I did not execute all the existing details. I am just looking. You are able to see F150. Yeah, already I have opened. You can see in this. Normally we will send a dunning notices to our customers to remind their payments. Okay, these are the selection criteria: dunning date, dunning documents, and this is the company code we will give, and what is the customer number here we'll provide, and here we can give the customer numbers. It will take more time if I start doing that. What are the key steps involved in the dunning configuration in dunning? The like in the key steps, like in FBMP you are able to see dunning, different dunning areas and define dunning procedure. This is optional. This is a core in what are the settings and how many levels we want to give. Normally we will give maximum level dunnings are up to 9 only. So in normal companies you use up to 4, 3 and 4 levels use, and these are the charges. And dunning text, so what types of text is need to be print in the form, and all everything here mentioned. And configuration forms, these are SAP scripts and forms. You can see schedule dunning run in F150. Let's open SAP. I will show you a BMP screen. FBMP, you can see already 4 dunning level. If you want to create new procedure you can click, but that is again going to be new configuration that will you can that will take time. So existing one I will show you. These are the intervals. Normally these are the intervals. So dunning level intervals, what you want to give each dunning level in between. The number of dunning levels you can give up to here. You can see it allows up to 9 digits only, because this is only one numeric digit only. It will take up to 9 only. If you want to give 10 it won't accept. You can see 9 is the maximum level done, and these details we can give. And charges, currency INR for example, charges, minimum amount, maximum amount, everything we can give here. And dunning text. So existing one I have opened BI something and giving a random company code. You can see these are the forms they have given. Everything here we can see. Okay, going to next question. What are dunning levels? How to do they work? Yeah, already we discussed in the FBMP. The dunning levels represent the severity of number of reminders sent to your customer. 0, no dunning, not overdue. Okay, and level 1, first reminder, example given 10 days overdue. Level 2, stronger reminder, we will mention the stronger words in the form, like example 20 days. Level 3, final warning, legal action, if you are not pay to the uh, 30 days also after going send 2 reminders, we will send a in third demand with strong words, we will take legal action if you are not paying, something like that we can mention. Each level can have different text, charges and tone. Okay, tone, sorry. What is the role of dunning areas and dunning keys? Dunning area is a optional organization unit and allows separate dunning for business units within a company course. Example, division wise, there are many is based on customer to customer is different. Dunning key controls whether and how an individual line item should be done. Okay, can block an item being done or delay in the inclusions. Useful for partial payment and disputes. Dunning keys, these are used. Okay, how do you configure dunning charges and interest calculation? Already we discussed in the BMP. Here there we can see the dunning calculations. Dunning procedure configuration, set fixed run charges each dunning level, set interest rate calculation, and overdue overdues interest rate master record document amount based on baseline date. Also configure minimum charges, maximum charges. I will show you again. Minimum amount here you can give the interest what you want to charge, and the charges, then inform what percent of charge you want to charge. Everything here we can give. Okay, in a BMPT code. What are the different dunning notices and how are they generated? Next question. The dunning notice are letters, email sent to the customer based on a dunning level. Notes are differ in a wording and tone based on the severity. So already we discussed in previous question, based on severity and level 1, level 2, level 3, our tone will be different. So strong words will use. They include customer details, overdue invoice list, charges and interest, and due dates. Here we can give generate via, we can these are the generate T code. How do we can generate in the F150 schedule dunning and print notices? Okay. How do you configure dunning text and forms? In dunning text and forms, in a BMP text section, each level use the different templates for dunning levels. Language specific text also possible. Okay, if you want to send some customers, like if you want to send only Chinese based on, also you want to send, we can send language specific. If you want to send only English version, we can send something like that. We can fix there. If you want, you can, if that is not possible something, you can go for enhancements also. Okay. Forms, SAP scripts are forms. Define dunning procedure in print parameter, customize logo, layout. These are all will come under forms. Okay. What is the difference between static dunning and dynamic dunning? Features: basic, level, advanced, use case. Okay. Basis, based on the days overdue, based on the net due date. Okay, these are the net due date based on dynamic dunning, static dunning based on the overdue. Manual or fixed schedule. This we can do for manual. This is a fixed hours fixed. This is automatically adjust the based on the payment delays. Okay, these are dynamic dunning days. This simple scenarios use and complex payment tracking needs, and we will use dynamic dunning. Dynamic dunning requires additional configuration, flexibility, and automation. Okay. How do you define the dunning intervals and grace period? Dunning intervals are already given, like in the FBMP we can give. In the FBMP screen I already showed there is a 14 days. In here we can just read dunning interval. Number of days between the dunning runs. Example 7 days. Ensure customer aren't reminded too frequently. So without too frequently, we will within today, if you send tomorrow also, if you want to send, that's a too frequent, right? That's why we give the minimum data like 7, 14. This is a business, based on business requirement we can give. The grace period is the days added after due date before our dunning starts. For example, if you give the grace period in FBMP, if you give grace period, not here, these are the dunning areas. Here somewhere, here only. Total dunning interest calculation. Somewhere here only it will be there. These are the dunning areas. What are the days we can give here, and print parameters always done. This will we collect and in FBMP. For example, if go for here dunning intervals in the minimum days, interest calculation, public holiday. This is you can factory calendar here, and dunning special GL integrator. These are special indicators like advances and like that we can use. Dunning account here, somewhere here only. I forgot. Sorry, sir. Here only line item grace periods. Sorry. If you give the 2 days after due date, it will calculate more 2 days. Okay. Then after only we can send for the first reminder. Helps you add early reminders. Configure for the dunning FBMP. How do you troubleshoot dunning errors, missing a dunning notice? These are common issues, like common issues and fixes. Customer not included in the dunning run. Check the dunning procedure assigned in master, dunning master data. In the customer master data, we need to assign. Okay. Items are not overdue. Review the due dates and grace period. Grace period I already explained. The grace period check if due date also already completed. The grace period is not completed, then it will not come under to the our dunning. Okay, dunning level will not increase. Ensure enough days passed since last run. So in between we even dunning days between 14 days, right? In the so like the example, thus needs to be passed. No output generated. Check printing parameters and from form and device. Dunning blocked. Remove the dunning block from the customer or item. Customer level dunning block will be there normally. Posting while posting invoices also, if you have dunning block, we need to remove. Incorrect text. Check the dunning text setup and language version. Check the logos F150 for running. Run the details. Okay. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is our part 3 video, SAP FICO interview question and answers. Already we covered topics like general SAP FICO interview questions, APP related interview questions, and EBS related questions, and dunning process related. Now we are discussing about FIMM integration interview questions with answers. Let's discuss the question and answers for FIMM integrations. How does SAP FI integrate with SAP MM? SAP FI integrate with SAP MM to ensure seamless financial tracking of inventory movements and procurement process. When goods are procured, received, or invoiced, FI automatically posts the accounting entries based on MM transactions. Like key integration points are like goods receipt, invoice receipt. Okay. Next question. What are the key accounting entries in FIMM integration? The key integration like in MM activity, goods receipt and invoice receipt. While goods receipt, we have accounting entry like inventory account debit to GRR account is credit. While invoice receipt, GRR clearing account debit to vendor account is credit. These entries are automatic and are controlled via OBYC, account determination process. In the OBYC, this is defined. Okay, we can see this settings in OBYC. Like if you go to 2030 table, you're all able to see all related this standard table. This is you're able to see all entries here. Okay, in OBYC, these are the transaction type like BSX for inventory posting, WRX for GRR clearing account related. WRX you can see here. Next question. What is the impact of GR, goods receipt and invoice receipt? Okay, while while a goods receipt happening, increase the inventory, like we will get the inventory, right? That's it asset. Create a liability placeholder on GRR clearing account. This is a temporary account. We'll create a temporary account like GRR clearing account. While IR impact clears the GRR clearing account. Whatever we clear created here temporary account, we will clear that account and post the actual payable to the vendor. We'll post the vendor actual related postings here. This ensures three-way matching between PO and GR and IR for accurate financial reporting purpose. Okay. What is the accounting entry for goods receipt? While when goods are received, the system posts like inventory account debit to GRR clearing account is credit. Like inventory is debited, asset increase, and GRR credited. This is temporary account. This is liability, temporary liability. What is the accounting entry for invoice receipt? When invoice is received, GRR clearing account debit to vendor account is credit. This is GRR account is cleared here. You can see and vendor is payable credited. Actual liability is credited here. Next question. What are the key account determination settings in FIMM integration? Like already I showed you in the system, like the account determination configuration layer OBYC. Transaction keys are BSX. Inventory account related GLs we will give here. WRX, GRI clearing GLs we will GBB consumption related, and valuation class and valuation grouping. Chart of account. Valuation class is linked to the material master. Valuation grouping code is plant and company code. Based on plant and company, it is linked to chart of accounts. This mapping ensure the right GL account are picked during the postings. If you give the proper GL accounts here, then only it will pick from here while happening the GR and IR postings. Okay. What is the purpose of transaction OBYC in FIMM integration? OBYC is the central configuration point. This is the main FIMM integration. This is the main part of configuration we'll do. Automatic GL account assignments are defined for the MM transactions. Automatically GL account pick from here. You assign GL account based on transaction key, valuation class, valuation grouping code. Transaction key is BSX WRX. BSX is WRX here. If you click here, BSX chart of accounts is there. Here valuation class is based upon material master, valuation grouping, and account. This is the valuation grouping based on plant and company code, and this is the account we will mention here. Okay. You assign GL account, transaction key, valuation class, valuation group. This enables seamless automatic posting during the goods and the invoice moments. What are the valuation classes and how do they define FIMM integration? The answer is valuation class is linked to material type. To the relevant GL accounts, it is maintained in the material master. Material master level it will maintain, and used in OBYC to determine correct GL account. Okay. For example, raw material is valuation class is 3000. Finished goods valuation class is 7920. Different valuation class post to the different inventory and consumption accounts. Okay. How does price control impact on FI? Like standard price we have, moving average price we have. While doing standard price, the impact in FI is like price variance are posted separate to the price difference account. Price difference accounts it will post. Okay. When moving average prices, inventory value update with the each GR, no price difference unless major fluctuations. Here the price difference will post standard. Here no price difference unless major fluctuations will be there. It will not post. Maintain in material master costing to. Material master costing to it will be maintained. What is the impact of material ledger on FI postings? Material ledger is enabled multi-currency and actual postings for materials. This is enabled for multi-currency related. Multi-currencies we use in that only it will post actual costing for materials. Impacts on records price variance and actual cost. The impact is price variances and actual cost. Enhance inventory valuation accuracy. Enhance inventory valuation accuracy. Revaluates inventory during month-end closing. Month-end closing we'll use and works closely to FI and CO. This required for S4HANA and beneficial for detailed costings. This is based on costing related mostly. This is FISD integration we will see in next video. Thank you very much. Let's start our FISD integration interview question. 51. How does the SAP FI integrate with SAP SD? Answer is like SAP FI integrate with SD to ensure sales transactions are reflected in financial accounting. When goods are sold and billed to a customer, the system automatically posts the accounting entries in FI. The integration occurs at goods issue, cost of goods posted there, and billing invoices like revenue and tax posted here. customer payment, incoming payment posted in FI. This account determination will happen through VKOA settings. Okay. Next question. What are the key accounting entries in FISD integrations? Like goods issue, when we have goods issue, cost of goods sold account debit to credit account is in inventory. Okay. Or a billing or invoice, like customer account debit to revenue and tax is credit. Payment receipt, bank account data to customer account credit. Okay. All postings are automatically driven by account determination of VKOA settings. These are come from VKOA settings. We'll do, right? Let's go to system VKOA. From here, based on our scenario, it will pick from here. Okay. Next question. What is the accounting entry for sales order processing? For sales order processing, there is no accounting entry at the sales order level. Sales order stage. Okay. There is no accounting entry at sales order stage. As it is a logistical document, it only resolves inventory and pricing details. So accounting entries begins at goods issue and billing here. Okay. What is the accounting entry for goods issue? When goods are shipped, cost of goods sold account COGS account debit to inventory account credit. Here the normally when this transaction posted, what will happen? Reduce the stock will reduce, post the cost to P&L account, profit and loss account, driven by valuation and material master settings. Based on material master settings, this will post. What is the accounting entry for billing? When billing, like when invoice is generated, customer account is debit and revenue tax account is credit and tax payable account is credit. Okay. Here the what will happen? Revenue is recognized here. Here this when this billing is happen, revenue is recognized. Account receivable is created based on pricing procedure in SD. Okay. What is the role of revenue account determination SAP SD? Next, like revenue account determination ensures to revenue, discounts and freight are posted to the correct GL account during billing. Okay. It links to the condition types. These are the condition types, example PR00, K007 to revenue accounts in FI based on a combination of customer master, material, sales organization. This is a combination based on from here. Based on this combination, it will post. Okay. What is the purpose of transaction VKOA in FISD integration? VKOA is used to configure account determination for SD conditions such as revenue, discounts, freight. Like you define access sequence using criteria sales organization, customer account assignment, material account assignment group, condition type. Each condition posts a different GL account. Okay. What are key account determination settings in FISD? Main settings include customer account assignment group from the customer master. This will come from customer master. Material account assignment groups will come material master. Condition type, these are the condition type PRW, chart of accounts, sales org and application and account key. All are used in VKOA settings to determine correct GL accounts. Here, for example, these are there. This condition type chart of account will use sales organization. Based on sales organization, will get account assignment groups. These are groups from customer master and material master we will get here. Okay, to determine the correct GL accounts. How do you handle deferred revenue recognition in SAP? Deferred revenue used when revenue should be recognized over time. Steps. Post deferred revenue account is during the billing. Customer account debited to deferred revenue is credited. Okay. Using recurring entry or revenue recognition program to move amounts monthly. Okay, deferred revenue is data, and creditor is actual revenue. It requires revenue recognition functionality or contract accounting advanced cases. Okay, how do discounts, taxes, and freight charges impact to FASD integration? Like, these are major questions. Like, each SD condition type, like discount, freight, tax, linked to GL account via VKY settings. These are come from VKY settings. The condition type, like discount is KW. These are standard K007. Here revenue account credited to customer account data, lower revenue. And freight charges condition type is KF00. Freight revenue account creditor. Tax MWST. Output tax payable is creditor. Here, proper mapping ensure accurate profit margins and tax liability in FI. Okay. Next is for asset accounting. What is asset accounting in SAP FI? Asset accounting is a submodule of SAP FI used to manage, monitor fixed assets. It handles the lifecycle assets from acquisition to retirement and calculates the depreciation and revaluation and asset balance for reporting purposes. Okay, and it integrates with FI for financial posting, for asset procurement, and CO for cost center assignment. What is the significance of asset class in SAP asset accounting? An asset class is a category to which asset belongs to, like buildings, machinery, vehicle. We can see in OAOA T code. Here you can see asset classes, building, machinery. These are the asset classes. For example, like this. Asset classes category which asset to asset belongs. Okay, building, machinery, vehicles. Determine the default GL account for asset transactions. Assign number ranges for asset master records, and groups asset for reporting and control. Each asset must be assigned to one asset class. So assets should be determined by asset classes. Okay. Explain the different type of depreciation methods in SAP asset accounting. The answer like SAP supports various depreciation methods, but including we normally straight line depreciation method. We use these two majorly. Straight line depreciation method, equal depreciation amounts over the asset life. These are the major we use normally. Declining balance, higher depreciation in early years. This is the higher depreciation, unit of production based on usage of or output. And manual depreciation, user defined amount per period wise. Okay. Accelerated or special depreciation for tax incentive purposes. Depreciation methods are defined by depreciation keys. Okay. What is the purpose of depreciation areas in asset accounting? Depreciation areas allows the calculation multiple depreciation values for the same asset accounting. Use it for depreciation purpose. Like book depreciation is for company code accounting policies, tax depreciation for government compliances, cost accounting depreciation for internal analysis. Each area posts separate ledgers and accounts if required. We can see depreciation areas at OYAZ. Here take for example buildings. Depreciation areas. You can see that depreciation, book depreciation 0102. These are the depreciation areas. You can see here the asset useful life also. Okay. What are the different asset transactions in SAP FI? Acquisition, retirement, transfer. Acquisition, purchase of asset via vendor or direct entry. This is the accounting entry. Asset account debit to vendor is credit. Retirement or disposal, remove the asset from the books with or without revenue. These are the accounting entry. Accumulated depreciation, account debit to asset account is credit, and the customer account data to credit account gain and loss. What is if we gain this or loss? Transfer, moving from asset from moving an asset from one cost center to or company code to another. These are internal intercompany asset transfer. Like we handle through this transaction like ABZON, ABVN, ABMUN, ABT1N. Okay, these are the transactions. How does SAP handles asset evaluation? Asset evaluation, if you want to do asset evaluation, is adjust the asset book's value reflect fair market value. Okay, you configure using revaluation keys after book value and depreciation base, can be manual or mass revaluation used for inflation adjustment or fair value reportings, IFRS based on IFRS. Okay, what is an asset under construction in SAP? AEC represents an asset that is not yet ready for use, like under constructions we use, right? Like buildings, the costs are collected during the construction phase. Costs are collected and not depreciated while under construction. Construction we will not depreciate, and completion now are settled to a final asset using the transaction AIAB, AIBU. AUCs can be line item managed for detailed tracking. What is the difference between ordinary depreciation and special depreciation? Ordinary depreciation, regular scheduled depreciation based on asset life. Special depreciation, additional depreciation for tax relief incentives. Unplanned depreciation due to damage or obsolescence are not scheduled. Each managed by a different depreciation keys on posting accounts based on depreciation keys in OYAZ transaction. Okay. What is the impact of asset disposal in FI? Disposing an asset post to the net book value, removal and gain or loss from the sale. Okay, typical entry like accumulated depreciation account debit to loss and disposal or credit to gain, or asset account is creditor and debit to bank a customer account. Handled via ABAVN without revenue, or F-92 ABN with revenue. Okay. How do you configure automatic account determination for asset in SAP? Configure via AO90, chart of accounts, asset transaction type, asset account determination based on asset acquisition, accumulated depreciation, revenue, loss on gain, revenue depreciation, settings based on asset class and transaction type. We can see AO90. Here take, for example, an account determination, go to plant and measure, for example, balance sheet accounts. You can see here we can give the gain account and loss account. These details we will give. What is the balance sheet acquisition, APC acquisition, down payments, everything we will maintain here. Okay, these are depreciation areas. These are special resource purpose. Okay. What is the purpose of cost center accounting? Next question. Cost center accounting helps to track the manage a cost incurred by different departments or functions. Example, HR, IT, production. The objective is like monitor internal costs, assign budgets and compare actual versus planned, analyze the cost by responsibility area, serve as a receiver and cost allocations. Okay. What is the difference between cost center and profit center? Like the purpose is like cost center is track and control the cost. This is the measure the profitability, revenue versus cost, and focus the cost center focus the internal cost control. Profit center focus on external internal performance measurement. Okay. Cost center revenue handling, like a feature is revenue handling, no direct revenue and cost both are tracked here. Example like HR, admin, IT. This is a product lines, business units, regions wise. Okay. Explain the concept of internal orders in SAP CO. An internal order is a temporary cost object. It is used to track specific cost for the projects or events. such as marketing, campaigns, or maintenance jobs. The key features like is tracks actual and planned cost, can settle to a cost center, asset, or other objects, used when more detailed tracking is needed than the cost center alone. Okay. What is the purpose of profitability analysis in SAP CO? COPA allowed analysis in profitability by dimensions such as customer, product, region, sales, organization wise. Key uses like evaluator contribute margins, break down revenue and cost granular levels, support decision making for sales and marketing strategy. Types like account based COPA, costing based COPA. Okay. What are statistical key figures in SAP CO? Statistical key figures are quantitative values. Example, number of employees or floor space used to allocate the cost proportionately across the cost centers in or internal orders. Types, fixed values remain the constant for the period. Total values accumulated over the period. It used to cost distribution or assessment cycles. How does cost element accounting work in SAP CO? Cost element accounting represents the detailed breakdown of cost flowing into SAP CO. Like it is FI to CO flowing, it will show like primary cost elements mirror of GL accounts from FI. Secondary cost elements are used to internal allocations, not visible in FI. Not in, from the FI transaction we cannot see. Cost elements help to trace the origin and nature of costs, supporting accurate planning and reporting purpose. What is the difference between primary and secondary cost element? The primary collection from cost elements from FIGL accounts created in secondary cost element created in CO only. And it is external cost, example salaries, rent. It is internal transaction like allocations. It is used for automatic from FI. It will only within CO, distribution assessment. How do you allocate cost in CO? SAP provides multiple methods to allocate costs such as distribution, transfer cost from one object to another, keep original cost element, and assessment. When it comes to assessment, summarize and post the receiver with assessment cost element. And when it comes to activity allocation, based on activity allocation, labor hours, machine time, based on activity quantity. Settlement used with internal orders on project and AUC's asset and construction, etc. What is the purpose of activity based costing in SAP CO? Next question. Answer is like activity based costing assigned to cost based on actual activities that generate a cost rather than the volume or output alone. Advantages: more accurate cost attribution, identify high cost activities, improve process efficiency and cost control. Example like allocate IT support cost based on number of service tickets per department. What is the difference between cost center and an internal order? Like cost center, ongoing routine cost tracking, internal order, temporary and specific cost tracking purpose. This is a permanent, this is short term purposes we create internal order, projects or events. This is the basic, budget monitoring for basic, detailed and strict. So how we are using, we need to go through it. HR department, example for HR department, market. This is for internal order, marketing and campaign repairs and project we'll use. Next video we will go through the real-time scenario-based interview questions. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are discussing real-time SAP FICO interview-based questions. First question: what would you do an invoice if posted the wrong vendor account? The answer is like reverse the incorrect invoice by FB08 if it is within period, or F.AT if it access periods.
repost the invoice correctly by using FB60 or Miro PO based if it is PO based. Verify with stakeholders, means business, and check everything is correct or not. In real time, you will inform to the business to reverse the using these transactions. You are not allowed to post any entry from production. Next question. How do you handle a failed automatic payment run? First, check the logs in F110. You are able to see logs and missing bank details, incorrect payment methods, block invoices, and validate vendor customer master data, payment method setup in FBZP, open item due dates, correct the issue in rerun the proposal or payment run, clear any inconsistent entries, delete the payment proposal before retrying. What a customer pays an invoice twice? Next answer is like refund the excess using F-53 manual payment, and post a credit apply against a future invoice. Use F-50 to post a duplicate payment to unapplied credit. Communicate with the customer for confirmation of handling preference. Okay. The next question, how do you troubleshoot an issue where the bank reconciliation statement is not matched? Compare the bank GL with actual bank statement. Use FEBAN or FEBA to review posted and unposted EBS transactions. You can check from these transactions, check the missing postings or reversal entries, time reference in transit checks, validate GRIR clearing and suspense accounts, manually adjust or post corrections if needed. What is the impact of incorrect OBY settings if FIMM integration? The wrong GL postings during the goods receipt and invoice receipt. If you maintain incorrect GL here, automatically the GR and IR will be impacted. And fail postings if accounts are missing. If accounts are not missing, the postings will not happen. And misstated financials, incorrect inventory or COGS. Errors like account determination failed. You are able to see this error, account determination is failed. Fix by correcting account assignment OBYC. How do you handle an incorrect depreciation calculation in SAP asset accounting? Check asset master data, useful life. You are able to see depreciation keys, capitalization date. Capitalization means starting date. Verify the depreciation areas, how many depreciation areas, check there, and use AW01 and simulate the correct values. Run AFAB again for correction depreciation execution used. We will use this T code if needed. Post the manual adjustment via ABAL or ABZU. What steps do you take to analyze incorrect financial statements in SAP? Next question. Use F.01 financial statement. We use F.01 for financial statements. This is a user T code like SN score, ALR score 870122, 8 for balance sheet or PNN. Drill down into incorrect balances. Check wrong posting keys, incorrect assignments, missing period and entries like accrual depreciation, valid postings and GL balances using F-10 and FAGLLB03, or adjust through the general entries, or if configuration needed we need to change from there. Check the general entries. If you are able to find the solution from, you can adjust the general entries. How do you process an intercompany transaction in SAP FI? Use FB01 F-0 to post like this transaction. You're able to see expense account company A and intercompany payables A credit. like debit and credit. You able to see here, and the otherwise work around debit and intercompany receivables B. Here, if it is a it is a payable, it is receivable. Some like this. This is revenue. If it is for this company A, it is expenses. Company B is going to be revenue. Mostly we don't use these transactions. We normally set up in OBY for intercompany related. Define company relations as in clearing accounts. We use this setup normally for intercompany related issues. Define company relation as in clearing account, ensures tax compliance and reconciliation. Use the document splitting if needed for reporting. Document splitting also we will use for document determinations. What are the steps to reverse a poster transaction in SAP FI? The next question, like normally FB08 with reversal reason. See if it is single account. If you have multiple or mass reversal, you want to do use F.80 for mass reversals. Key prerequisites open periods. If you want to reverse, the document period should be open. No payment made. So already if a payment made, then we will use another method for clearing document. We use normally a BRA. Okay. For this, proper reversal reason is assigned. Okay. Normally while reversing document, we need to give a reversal reason. Repost if needed. Check the document file using FB03. Okay. How do you handle a missing EBS transaction in SAP? If our transaction is missed in EBS, we normally do the check if the bank file contains the missing transaction. First check the statement related thing. This entry is there or not. Re-upload using ff_5. Import the statement. Okay. Validate first mapping rules from the OT83. Algorithm correct or not. Check account symbols and GL accounts. This is valid. Do validation. This 3 things. Then post the entry manually in FABAN. Reconcile again to match the bank balance. Okay. The next question is like, what are the key challenges in SAP FICO implementation? Complex the organization structure, master data management, integration with the other modules like MMS, DH, MCU, accurate tax legal compliance configurations, data migration and reconciliation, user training and management, ensuring performance and scalability of post go live. After post go live, we will see many issues. We need to give the solution for that. Next question, like how do you optimize SAP FICO performance in a large organization? Normally we use for SAP in large organizations only. If it is a old data, have archive the old data using SAP data archive logo /PBS for archiving the details we will see from /PBS. Normally archive details to see, and then use your transactions. We normally enable this functionality. Use the parallel processing in transactions like F110, F-13. Implement new GL and document splitting for better reporting purpose. Minimize the custom code and optimize the ABAP routines. Use index and tuning GL account and tables. Schedule jobs in off-peak hours. Schedule job in off-peak hours. Normally batch jobs related to this. What are common reconciliation issues in SAP FI and how do you resolve them? Normally, what is the common related reconciliation? Like the common issues like GRIR not clearing. F.13 normally clear the GRIR. Vendor customer open item mismatch. Bank statement discrepancies and intercompany imbalances. These are common issues. Like you can see the resolution. Use F.13 for automatic clearing. Okay. Perform manual clearing from F-03. If it is a mismatch is there, F-03 from you can clear. And bank statement discrepancy, regular monitor reconciliation using reports. Intercompany imbalance, verify the posting periods, document types, master data related things, all this. How do you configure SAP FICO for multi-currency transactions? So if you have multiple currencies like assign the company code currency and global currency from OB22, enable parallel currency in UGL, and maintain exchange rate like in from OB08, and define translation ratios and exchange rate types. Use the correct document types to all the foreign currencies, and for foreign currency evaluation also we will do for if you have multiple currency transactions. Okay. What is the impact of incorrect tax conflation SAPFI? If we have incorrect conflation is there, total posting is going to be wrong postings, all tax related. Answer is like wrong tax amounts in invoices, large non-compliance in VAT, GST, everything. Inaccurate financial statements, error in tax reporting and tax returns, failed in integration SDMM, tax calculations, regular like is the tax system going to be fail. So for that, check regular audit for T codes, FTXP for tax calculation, OB40 and OBYZ. Like this is tax procedures and accountings for check. How do you handle foreign currency revaluation SAP? Okay, run F.05 for F.05 for foreign currency valuation. Configure the valuation methods in and accounts in OB59. Use the valuation area and exchange rate types. Revaluation are just like open item balance. Like this is like FAGL underscore FC also you can use this transaction. Open item and vendor customer and GL balance for in foreign currencies. Like a system post gain and loss to define exchange rate difference accounts from OB0, and you can check this. What are the steps to close fiscal year in SAP FI? Close sub ledgers AP, AR, AA. Use AJAB for asset accounting. Okay. Run the foreign currency revaluation from F.05. Post the accrual differ from BS1. Perform adjustment postings, all adjustment postings. Run balance carry forward. Bring the balance into new fiscal year. Close the fiscal year periods OB52. From OB52 you can close the all fiscal periods. How do you handle a missing invoice in SAP FI? Using search using from FB03. If you miss invoice is missing, you can check from FB03 and FBL1 for vendor, FBL5 for customer, MIR for MM invoice. Check the PO history from ME23 and if PO based. If missing, re-enter manually from FB60 for direct, MIR for PO based. MIRO. Check the workflow or approval blocks. Validate the vendor and reconcile statements. What is the best approach to handle open item in SAP FI? For open item clearings, use run F.13 for automatic clearing regularly and F.0 for manual clearings with reference fields. Perform open item analysis using FBL1 and 5N and FS10N. This is for FBL1 for vendor, 5N for customer. This is the GL balances. Clear the partial payments using residual partial methods. Investigate and resolve the long pending items during period end. Okay. How do you generate a financial statement version in SAP FI? Use T code OB58 and create a new version of copy an existing one. Define hierarchy nodes. You are able to see the hierarchy nodes from OB5080 code. Assets, liabilities, income, expenses. As in GL accounts or account ranges or groups. From OBD4 you can able to see groups. As in like that. Use it in F.0 financial statement report. This is allow flexibility to customize reporting for stakeholders. Thank you very much.